So I really hope that this content is of value for you. And just in return, I would ask for you to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and the rest of the videos that are coming up. And well, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being a subscriber, and I just hope this information is of value for you. I'll see you there.
Hi guys, welcome to your module 10. In this module, you will be learning about the commissioning phases and the commissioning process. So I want to start out with some information that I already gave out to you, information and documentation that you guys already have. And I want to start by this this part of this documentation, because I think it's very important for you to understand exactly what I mean in this document, and that you will have a better, first of all, better understanding, and that you can relate to what this document has, this information that the document has. So you will be seeing this video, and I will be sharing with you other videos where I will be guiding you through the whole commissioning process on site. Yeah, I will be showing some videos that I have of previous projects and guide you through the verification process during this phase of a project. So you will have a better understanding, and you will have a better overview of what the commissioning process is. A commissioning authority will verify all of their equipment and all of the map installations. So some of the clients might only require this service of the commissioning process to their projects, just to make sure that everything is running as it's supposed to be running. Okay, guys? So, said that, I will be sharing with you my screen and go right to it. Okay. There we go. So now you're looking at what I am looking. And okay, so during a commissioning visit, there are two phases. One of the phases is for LEED projects, for sustainable projects. It all depends on the rating system that you are using. But here, the information that I'm giving you is based on LEED certification. In this case, for LEED projects, there are two phases, which one of the phases, it's a requirement for the project to be certified, and the other phase is optional. It all depends on what the objectives of the project is, and the request of the client, and the objectives that the client has for his project, okay? It could be even strategy, and this is a credit. On the second phase is a credit that it does cost for the commissioning agent to, you know, go after 10 months of the delivery of the project and verify equipment and installations and everything during this process. But it may be a lower cost than other type of credits that the project may be aiming to achieve. Okay, so we'll start with the first phase, which is required. It's the fundamental commissioning verification for these type of projects. In this case, as I said before, LEED projects. And during this process, what the commissioning agent does in the visit is verify extraction equipment and verify CFMs of the HVAC system. And all of this is according to the design project, and the design should be always focused and should be always guided by the ASHRAE 62.1 2010, 2016, or 2007. Okay, and let me go through that again. Remember, 2007, that is for projects that are registered under LEED version 2009, and the ASHRAE 62.1 2010 are for projects registered under LEED before, and ASHRAE 62.1 2016 and latest is for projects that are registered under the LEED B4.1. Okay, so I just wanted to make that clear, so you guys will be taking your notes and have that information on hand. Once you guys are already involved and have this already, you know, set, and you've been working in various projects, then you will have this information in your head. You will memorize this information, which is continuously updating and continuously, you will be continuing, you would be usually working with this information, which is information that clients and subcontractors and any other team members may be asking. So it's information that you will be seeing very regularly, okay? Okay, so I was saying at the visit of the commissioning agent in this first phase, the verification is for extraction equipments, for CFMs and the HVAC system, outdoor air intakes for the HVAC system, and you won't usually see this type of system and air intakes. You will see them differently for different projects. For example, what am I trying to say here, and what am I trying to give out for you to have a little bit more clear what you should be looking for in types of projects. For a core and shell project, which is just a warehouse, you will have your air intake, which would be usually louvers in their walls or on top of the roof. They're usually on the walls. And you will have extraction in the other side of your core and shell. So from one side, you will be having air coming through your louvers, and on the other side, you will having your fans extracting that air to move the air that's coming inside your core and shell. That's one of the systems that are required for LEED B3, B4, and you can use that natural ventilation system for these type of projects, okay? Core and shell projects. Now, if you're working on a project for residential, or you're working on a project for healthcare, or you're working on a project for interiors, commercial interiors, then the systems may change a little bit more. For example, for homes or for residentials, you do need to have an HVAC system that's mandatory, and this HVAC system will have to have this fresh air intake in their system. And it all depends on how much volume of air the spaces of these interiors need, that it's calculated by your subcontractor, which will be calculating the whole HVAC system and volume, and air volume, and everything that your system needs to have quality air in the interiors of these type of projects. And where do you find this information? Remember to use your reference guide. It all depends what type of project you are working in. And remember to use your ASHRAEs, okay? So it all depends what version you are working with on LEED. As I said before, 2007 for B3, 2010 for B4, and 2016 and latest for B4.1, okay? Okay, so for interiors, for commercial interiors, for example, it's, as I said before, it all depends how much volume you need of air circulating in the interior. It all depends how many air intakes you will be having in your HVAC system. And remember that on each intake, you will have to have, if your intake is right here, maybe around here or a little bit more longer, you will have to have a transductor. What does a transductor does? This little pen, if you want to call it that way, it's a little pen that moves according to the volume of air that's going through, okay? So this little transductor is connected to a, let's say it could be connected to a computer or to an app. It all depends what type of product you use, but they all have to have the same function, which this will meter the volume, the air volume that's coming inside the system, the HVAC system, And this air volume, depending on the set points that you will have finally designed in your system, this transductor will tell you if the airflow is less than 15% of what is designed or more of 15% of what is designed for the air volume to be injecting inside your HVAC system. Okay, there are other options. You will have to go through the reference guide, or you can go to the LEED credit library on USGBC website, and you can find out what other systems you can use to have this information. And once the airflow it's not concentrated, or the volume is not the correct volume that the HVAC system is designed to have an optimal air conditioning for the end user of the interior space, it will have an alarm, which you will be able to see or hear, or maybe just the maintenance personnel will be able to hear or see, or they will be having a text sent to their phone or an email sent to tell them that something's going wrong, that there's an obstruction of air coming inside the system. Okay, I know it's a lot of information, guys. Commissioning process is it's another world of administrating a project, of every prerequisite and every credit that you will be aiming, and you will be gathering information to proceed with all of the documentation and information that you need for your certification process. Commissioning is a whole thing. It's a whole different thing and a lot of information, and it's very technical. So I am just going to try to give you a lot of information, but try not to, board you with way too much information that you may get lost. So I'll try to keep this. I don't know. It's my passion, guys. Sorry. I just, I take it away and I just go. But anyway, okay. So going back, that's how it works. Okay. So there are different systems. There's this different system that you can use for core and shell, which is just the injection of air and extraction, and a whole different system and a whole different design for interiors. Okay, for commercial interiors, for homes, that's a whole new thing that I'm not going to go in deep on that because it is way too much information. Okay, we're talking about another type of rating system. So I just want to stick on the regular general overall rating system, which is BD plus C, and not go through O&M homes, which is a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay, it's all related, but they have their different types of requirements and other stuff that we don't need to know now. Okay, so going back. So we were talking about the outdoor air intakes for the HVAC system equipment. The transductor, which I was telling you about how it works. The HVAC system thermostats. Okay, so all of this is what the commissioning agent, the commissioning authority, has to check and verify that it's working properly once they have their on-site visits. Okay, so what happens during the on-site visits? Okay, in some projects, we have been making verifications for 3 days. Yeah, I know it sounds a lot, huh? 3 days, from 8 in the morning till maybe even 12 at night, at midnight. Okay, so it all depends what kind of project it is. The bigger, the more time you will spend doing these verifications. If there's a lot of issues coming up that maybe there are different colors on your lighting fixtures, then maybe a lot of observations, maybe CFMs are not, they do not coincide with the design of the HVAC system. It all has to be related, and the CFMs have to be exactly the same as the HVAC, as the floor plans that you have for your HVAC system, or very close to the volume that your floor plans have in your design, okay? I hope I'm making myself clear. So just remember that the information that the commissioning agent is verifying, they are verifying it against all of the design floor plans, okay? All of the executive project, the project that has been delivered to construction. And if there is any shop drawings, those will have to be verified, okay, as well. So that's the way commissioning agents will go through every single installation, equipment, fixtures, fittings, for plumbing, for electricity, for HVAC systems. All of this information is being verified through an on-site visit. And that's the way it goes through the prerequisite, which is the fundamental commissioning verification. And after that, if the project is aiming the enhanced commissioning verification, 10 months after the delivery of the project, you will be having the same verification that you had for the fundamental. It would be exactly the same thing for the enhanced commissioning. So if your commissioning process went for 4 or 3 days, then you need to expect exactly 4 or 3 days for your enhanced commissioning process verification. Okay, so just make sure you go through this list that I'm showing right here, which are the equipments and installations that during the commissioning process will be verified by the commissioning agent. Okay, so guys, this is it for right now. You will be seeing other videos where I will be sharing with you some on-site videos and pointing out what we are looking for and how the equipment need to be responding during these type of verifications. Okay, guys? So I hope this information is helpful and is of use. I'm pretty sure it is. And I know I get excited and I give you a lot of more information, but this is it, okay? So I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.